Series match of the day. This is our final best of one, and it's gonna be RAVE versus forZe and the map Train, a arguably pretty decent map for both these teams. Interesting to see how RAVE is gonna be able to fare up against a team like forZe, because arguably forZe is the better team. Let's see. Yeah, shooting out the windows. Gotta keep a team like RAVE guessing if they might actually even go for a lead execute, but the way forZe is moving their players, it's pretty much obvious what they're going to be doing. The sad thing is, though, even though they're going to be able to entry their way into the side, they got to be careful about one player in particular. That's going to be Bodian, but he's going to drop dead. Kulian is going to drop as well, but not dead. He's going to drop alive. FaZeCrack going to go for the fight. He's got to be careful, though. There's players already shooting at him from 3 different angles. And forZe, even though the bomb has been planted, still have to be careful about a team like RAVE. Oh, Kulian, that's a very nice one tap. And now all he's got to do, yeah, he can actually just stick to the defuse, because Little, he's going to drop Jerry. Well, oh no, he actually sees Kulian. That's a bit dissatisfying, and Jerry is going to try to take the fights even further. And if he kills, oh yes, he does kill Tiger, but Swyat's got the dev kit, and he's going to also win the round. That is quite awkward, but it is RAVE to win it nonetheless. I guess you could say the most satisfying thing in that round was, Bodian. He was in a pretty good position. All he had to do is not peek, to be honest. He had to wait. But no, he peeks, he dies, and well, it's a good thing RAVE is still able to win the round, but Bodian, in that position, he could have been so OP. Interestingly enough, it does look like forZe are thinking about going for Nico, but Jerry buys up because one of the players has dropped him an AK. That is so weird. I mean, a buy like this can really work out, especially if you are going for a straight up force buy, but it's only one guy on the AK, interestingly enough. Some teams, yeah, when they're able to get a decent amount of frags in the pistol round, also plant the bomb, sometimes you can purchase up 2 AK-47s, have 2 guys, drop those AK-47s, and they can rock the pistols. But interestingly enough, FaZeCrack, he's got the AK, but the rest of the guys, like, the money situation is so weird at this point. It could work out, though. The problem is that that's only one guy. Basto caught out reloading. And a lot of this, I guess you could say, is riding on FaZeCrack. The good thing for FaZeCrack, no one's really watching Ivy. Well, Swyat is, but not anymore as he is dead. But look at Tiger. He's in a very good position right there, as players are trying to push in from the main, and that's the problem. Jerry, he's got the bomb on his shoulders, and the thing is, Kulian now coming from behind, and it's all up to Jerry and Kucher, who arguably aren't looking that good in a round like this. Don't have the weaponry, don't have the armor, but Kucher is able to kill one, so I guess it's not that bad. He's also got some 10 seconds on the clock. If he's quick enough, he might just be able to plant the bomb, but I'm pretty sure Bodian is going to try to take the fight, and he's going to win it. Okay. Okay, even forZe wasn't able to plant the bomb, they're in fact going to be already having those AK-47s. I really didn't pay too much attention at the economical situation for the forZe team, but we're going to have to take a look at this game on its demo. Like, how are they able to actually invest again? Some teams will be thinking, well, they're probably not going to be having a lot of money. They're probably just going to have to go on an eco. And that is the mistake RAVE made, because Swyat's on a 5.7, Bodian's on an MP9. And well, honestly, RAVE, this looked like a good opportunity to win this round. Don't get me wrong. forZe, they're not looking too bad as well. Gotta try to enter inside. Will it be successful? I don't know. Basto gets a frag. forZe is having a pretty good run so far, and as FaceCrack comes in from the back lines, he should win the duel against Julian. Smart though. I mean, how is he gonna win that one with the 5-7? It's possible, but it's gonna be a bit more difficult. Biden's position has also been spotted. I'm pretty sure RAVE. Oh, okay, Biden's gonna win this one. So hold on a minute. It may not be the end here for RAVE. And so far, so good. Jerry, though, he's holding the angle. And the problem for Swide is that he doesn't have any sort of defuse kit, so he's gonna try to take the fight. Not quite sure why he's not thinking Jerry's not gonna be in that position, but yeah, forZe able to win this one. And RAVE, they're simply out of money. I think they might try to go on investment, but honestly, they should just consider ecoing this one out and then going for the buy, because only Tiger of all the people isn't probably gonna have to be a FAMAS, but that's about it. Yeah, arguably, I'd say RAVE is doing the correct choice, and whoop, looks like Lila has been caught out. They're going for the push. It's cool to see Jerry and Bass actually doing the cleanup here. Wow. I cannot believe that Biden, you know, the previous one actually works out for forZe. That's some insane stuff. They also got kind of lucky, so to speak, entering the site. They weren't really as punished as RAVE didn't have the most amount of utility. And pretty much wasted it the first 50 or so seconds. Kulon though, in the back lines. I think he's gonna try to retrieve the weapon of Little. I'm not quite sure what weapon he did have. I think that might have been an AK-47. But so far, he's on the USB. Did he actually not see FaceCrack in that position? Interestingly enough, I do want to see what Killian's... Is he gonna... Wait a minute, what? No way. I mean, there's no way he's gonna... He's gotta wait. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's no time. Yeah, there's no time for Killian to... I kind of see what he was trying to do there. I myself was holding my breath and thinking, what is gonna happen in that round? I mean, it looked good there for Killian. And if you're a team like... sometimes there are teams that realize, oh, looks like our opponents were only on an eco. We just probably try to rush out and try to get the remaining frags. Sometimes teams tend to do that, even on the upper echelon of Counter-Strike. They make those sort of mistakes. In that scenario, that mistake could have been costly for a player like Killian. I mean, he had so many options. He could have actually gone down, maybe try to knife the player on the side, just maybe try to kill someone with a USPS, or in that scenario, like he did, try to go for a ninja defuse. Flash is coming in. forZe is actually making some very swift progress. Wyatt finally spots out Kucher, but the damage has been dealt. Look at the forZe players. They're wrapping around. FaceCrack and Ko doing such a good job entering the side. Krekker able to kill Little, but he's also going to drop the bomb carrier. That is pretty good for Krekker. He should be able to retrieve the bomb. That's an important Molotov being thrown out, but it's not going to be needed. And it is FaceCrack to win the duel, and so far so good for forZe. A pretty fast round from their point of view. Works out relatively good. RAVE now. Back in the simple buy. A partial buy, I presume. Oh, Little. He's a bit too quick on the trigger, isn't he? I do like the fact that RAVE is trying to change this one up. They're gonna try to have 3 players push up Ivy, except there are no T players there. Sometimes that scenario you are able to cut off at least 1 T player, maybe even 2 in that position, but not a single T side player actually gone there towards Ivy. So now Little, all he's got to do is just pretty much hold the angle. Kill Tiger and Krekker with the CZ. Probably not going to be having as much luck as Killian had previously. It's actually going to get one in the face. So forZe, a pretty clean round, all things considering. Quite the clean round RAVE now back on the investment. As there's yes, we are going to be seeing an AWP also come out in the hands of Killian. Looks like he's going to position himself towards Ivy, maybe. I'll try to peek towards Ivy. I think you want to see where Little's going to be heading. He's going to be heading towards a different part of the map, so we're not going to be seeing an AWP engagement as of yet. Body and though, he's got to be a bit careful. There is a flash that does come out. Blinds the player, has to back away, and look at this. Some of the force guys are already making progress there in upper. They've actually pushed the way to the B bomb, so they're gonna be able to plant the bomb without firing a single shot. Well, finally they're able to kill a player like Bodian, but the damage has been dealt here for RAVE. And that's the thing, forZe, they've planted the bomb, and even though RAVE is now coming in for the retake, this is not looking like an easy retake. Yeah, you can definitely make the assumption that FaceCrack overextends there. This gives an opening here for RAVE. They still do have a Molotov, but RAVE has still got 3 smokes needed to extinguish said Molotov. So right now, Tiger, does he check the spot? Yes, he does. And Kucher, this is going to be quite difficult round for Kucher to win. He's going to get sniped, and they still have enough. No, they don't. They don't have enough time. Swed is gonna have to run it. They're able to win the round because of it. How in the world? I'm pretty sure RAVE, one of the players, should have had a defuse kit, but I probably just, they weren't able to pick up one on the way onto the site. That's so horrible for RAVE. Because it was possible. It was very much possible to defuse the bomb. And they had all the right to win a round like that, because a team like forZe, they were pushing relentlessly. Like the guy in T spawn, all he's got to, CT spawn, all he's got to do is just hide. He's such an OP position to actually win the round for his team. He can set up a late flank and just win the round because of it. Goes out too aggressive, loses the fight, has FaceCrack if I recall correctly. One player also, and one after another, players on the force side are dying, but Kucher does what he can in that position. I think he's able to kill the diffuser, the first one, and then the second one just doesn't have a lot of time. And though, of course, the team is able to get the first round going for them. First frag in mind. Tired, that's not bad for him, dude. Actually try to get a frag like that. Correctly, though, puts himself in a pretty good position. But the fact that the B player did push out, this is going to make the call again for us. They're making the right call. They're expecting the B bomb site to be either unguarded or not even have anyone guarding it at all. Jerry, though, holding the good angle. He's going to be able to kill Kulan. Swide and Co. Honestly, they should consider retaking this one, because they've already made some swift progress. Like Swide, he's going to be able to make his way up in the upper area. Might just be able to spot out the diffuser. He's also got a nade in hand. So you should definitely consider throwing this one out. But as Tiger and Co are trying to make their way, they're still wasting some valuable time. Swine is able to drop one. Tiger as well. Now Jerry, he's so low HP. There's nothing he can do. And all he can do is just die at that point. And there we go. Works out perfectly. Tiger is able to defuse the bomb. And like I said, you should definitely consider trying to go for the retake, because admittedly, the force players, they had some relatively good positions. The timings were not right. When it came down to peeking the bomb site, it just didn't work out there. RAVE doing a substantially good job. And forZe, that's the good thing for the T side right now, is they still got some money remaining. CT side. Also, they're seeing the AWP in the hands of Kulan. I don't know if he's gonna actually. Oh, he's back here at the B side, apparently. I was thinking he might actually be there towards Ivy, but though Bass, he's gonna get the good angle. Also spots out in the second half. Looks like Cricker's gonna win it. No one really refragging from main, but there's Little. That's the thing, every single time I see Little on train, I remember that that one time, I think it was going through the CIS minor, if I recall correctly, where he had a beastly 30 or so frags in the minor qualifier. Honestly, I don't think it was the minor, in fact. I think that might have been the main qualifier for the major. I don't really recall which one was it, but I remember like Little, something like 30 frags. His teammates 5, 10. 9 or so frags. Like, he had a monstrous game in train. And every single time I see him pick up the op, like, he can be a scary player. And honestly, his opping wasn't really that needed on the T side, because most of the heavy lifting is being done here by, get this, the rifles. That's a bit difficult here for a team like RAVE. Their money situation isn't looking that good. Little whiffing the shot. Uncanny from him. Tiger, though, he's gonna win the duel against Bass. I guess the movement of the P250 does give a slight edge. Oh, yes. Killian picks up the AK. Uh-oh. He's actually gonna set the timing right. He's actually gonna kill Kucher somehow. This is looking very good for RAVE right now. Even though they're gonna plant the bomb on the B bomb side, you have to be so careful about a player like Killian. Coming in there from the ranks. Wyatt though with the dig. Ripping off the heads. Face crack, struggling a bit. Maybe he's gonna get the frag, tapping away. He's gotta be careful. He doesn't really want to overcommit, but in that position, I honestly don't blame him. And well, that was a bit of a dissatisfying way to lose for forZe. I mean, sure, the first pop dart guy ends up dying, but I mean, I'm just not quite sure what happened there with their defense, so to speak. They didn't hold on the B side. Swart doing a very good job just digging down people, I will admit. Man, that was quite weird. That was quite weird. forZe, they do end up losing that one. RAVE, not bad. Not looking too bad from the CD side. At least we're seeing a bit of a more competitive matchup here on the stream, because pretty much the two games we saw previously were so one-sided. You know, the Spirit QBF game and the Spirit Dream Eaters game, so one-sided. This one's looking a bit more even. Some back and forth, at least in the beginning. Swat and Kulian, both players having the sniper rifles. It does look like none of them is on the B side though. Both of them on the A part of the map. And interestingly enough, Swat's position is actually pretty good. Now RAVE's got the intel that there's no way in the world they're probably going to be pushing something like Ivy. At least not Ivy. And he's also got the range to see if any players are trying to set up smoke executes as well. So this allows RAVE to consistently keep at least 2 players on the B side. Question is, will they get more flashes to rain in? They are going to be going for the sort of play here, but they've got good positions here. RAVE, look at Cracker go, but they've actually killed the 2 defenders. That's Jerry and Little doing the heavy lifting. They're going to be planting the bomb right now. With that bomb being planted, forZe. I mean, yeah, okay, they got at least 1 guy in brown halls. That is good. But now these guys, in this scenario, now they have to take the fights. Kucher and Little, there's no other way of going around it. The spray works out perfectly for Kucher. Swat, though, he's probably going to have to consider it. He's going to have to consider echoing this one. Oh, what am I talking about? Saving this one. I guess the brain goes... My brain kind of goes mush when casting about 4 hours of Counter-Strike. Missing the shots. Wyatt though probably gonna be able to survive here. No, apparently. It kind of looked like Little and Jerry gonna be having a difficult time running for the Molotov, but they're able to survive, which is good for them. Not so good for RAVE though. They've dropped the sniper rifle, which means their economy is again pretty much screwed at this point. They're gonna have to consider going for an eco, but as we have seen in the past, you know, these ecos aren't that bad for RAVE. You know, they've been able to do some serious damage and even winning that 1 round, if you do recall. Nade stack? Maybe. I mean, all the nades being thrown out here in main, but not a single player getting dealt a single point of damage. So the nade stack doesn't work out, and I'm pretty sure if you're forZe, you definitely should have heard that or seen it. Oh, that's a good ding. That's a very good ding. Something not good enough to get the frag. Ball jump down. Jerry is gonna kill Tiger. And at this point, I mean, a lot of teams don't really want to be taking one-on-one engagements on these rounds where even you know your opponents are on an eco. Sometimes the pistols can come out on top, as we did see the round previously, a couple of rounds previously. But so far so good for forZe. They're going to be able to claim their 8th. And by the looks of it, without any sort of serious issues. Looking like a clean round. And that's the thing, you know, even forZe, if they're gonna make this round as clean as possible, survive at 5 players, even if they're gonna end up losing 1 round, so to speak, then they're still gonna be having enough money to invest. 1 player does end up dropping, but the money game, it's still looking quite good for forZe. Not sure if it's gonna be enough to withhold losing 2 rounds in a row, but at least one of them, yeah, they could definitely withhold that. 8-4 is the scoreline. RAVE there. It's about time we actually see them try to pick up some rounds here. Not to say that they had a bad start, because on the contrary, they had a pretty good start. 2-0 lead, but forZe, slowly but surely, they're trying to make this one work. Kucher, though, is going to be spotting out Kulian. It's a bit sad that Kulian had 0 to no backup. Oh, pardon me, not Kulian, Swide, in fact. Swide was the player that tried to go for the play. Wait, how did... Wait, what? How did FaceCrack get in that position? I'm pretty sure he made his way through A main, but surprisingly enough, there's also a player in main itself. That's Tiger with the op. Oh, this is not good. This is not looking good here for a team like forZe at this point. You know, Bass has got the AK, Kucher's got the AWP, but really it's a 4 versus 2 at this point, favoring the CT side quite a bit. Tiger, he's got the angle. The flick doesn't really connect. This time around it does. And Kucher, you know, that's the problem. That is the problem. He's quite far away from the... Okay, might just be able to make this a bit more costly, but no, body and is right around the corner, which does make things a bit more difficult. 3 WPs being picked up. Honestly, if you're RAVE, why not even keep all 3 ops? At this point in time, it could actually work out. Surely try to keep them. You don't have a team like on the CT side, you may not have the most amount of strats, but if you're able to have something like a triple op setup going, and if your players are able to find those individual engagements, then why the heck not? I only see this as a benefit. In the retakes, yeah, things could get tricky, but that's about the only biggest problem, I'd say. Mobility could also be an issue, especially when something like an execute does come out, like for say this time around on the A side. But that should not concern them too much. Little though, he's gonna spawn out Tiger. That's 1 AWP out of the equation, but there's still 2 more. Swatted. Not sure if he's gonna spot out 1. He's actually gonna see FaceCrack right in his crosshairs. And that's a bit problematic for a team like forZe right now. Because that bomb is dropped in the middle of nowhere. They have to recover it. Boss is quite low in HP. Lil and Jerry gonna have to do most of the work, I'd say. Bass is even on the side somehow. Oddly enough. But yeah, the CTs, they got some good angles. Keelan gets the flick. Almost lands the one on the Jerry. Not that bad, I'd say. But still, the bomb should be going down any moment now. Yep. It's been planted. Still, position's not looking too good here for forZe. Jerry's... Oh no! Little! What just happened there? Why does he actually even hit the guy? Why does he even try to kill? Okay. I'm pretty sure what happened there is just that Little tried to shoot randomly through the smoke there and connect it, right? But he accidentally hits his teammate in the head. Oh, that's actually... Whoa. We missed the body. That's actually was pretty neat. You might have seen the body here and there was a crown on it. That's neat. Okay. 6-8 scoreline. possibly could be even 7 to 8 at this point, because RAVE, I mean, their investment is looking top notch. forZe, I wouldn't say that much. There's a CZ, well, 2 CZs, the back 10 of the face crack. It's not looking that good here for forZe. Like, what is their game plan? I'm pretty sure they're just gonna try to rush on the side. This could work out for them, even though Bodian was playing the anti-flash position. Oh, Killian missing a shot, important shot at that. He's gonna be able to reconnect. That's good to see. Wait, what? Jerry actually landed on the head of Killian. Bass should probably try to, yeah, he should try to plant the bomb at this point. Little Doe gets the frag on Tiger. This is looking good here for forZe. The bomb's been planted. All you gotta do now is just not allow RAVE try to get any more fights. Gotta play passively this time around. Even if it means standing right behind default. Trying to take for the fights could be the death of them. Cracker is actually moving up. Pretty sure Bass is able to hear the footsteps. He's gonna go for the fight. Almost lands the spray in the second guy, but still, forZe is able to win that one. I will admit that was a wacky setup there from the CTs towards ramp. You know, I did like the fact that he had a guy anti-flash, but I mean that's quite an uncommon way to be playing anti-flash, and I don't think the player was just really. I don't think he's got a lot of experience playing in that sort of position, because as we saw him peek through, he wasn't able to land a single shot with the AK, which is a bit dissatisfying. Kulin, I've got no idea what happened there. How did the player even jump on his head? Well, I guess you could say there's a bit of a ledge, and he was able to jump off that ledge on the head of the player. But yeah, I mean, that round was hectic, and now 9-6, forZe in the lead. As expected, I mean, they are, I'd say, the favorites in this matchup. Again, not quite sure what's up with the bets.net odds, because they haven't been looking that good for the favorites, to be honest. Not sure what's up with these odds, but like I said, I mean, if you're probably a betting man, these odds are a godsend. Oof. Kucher gonna get it. Wrecked by the P250. Tiger, though, he's gonna come in again. He's gonna actually kill Bass. But now they have to face Little, who is holding the angle, and now he's gonna have to face Stu. Double P comes in. Yeah, he's gonna lose the fight pretty much every single day of the week. Jerry, though, ain't ready for it. And face crack. Well, okay, that was arguably a clean round for RAVE, to be honest. That was a quick one, I will admit, but that quick round works out quite well for RAVE. They're only able to drop one player. The individual prowess is able to shine through, and RAVE is able to claim the round. Oh, this is fast. This is so fast from forZe. Are they expecting it, RAVE? Actually, they're going to be able to back away with their lives. At least one of them will. But they're still going to try to take the fight. This is so weird. forZe still somehow coming out on top. And there's also one crucial factor. Look at Kucher. He's actually not going to get the timing just about right. But even though Kucher's in not a bad spot, look at Little as well. Like, it's obvious. It's going to be the B hit. Like, what is going on here? They don't really check the positioning of Jerry, though, but Bass is going to get the frag. The bomb has also been dropped. And even though there's some very hectic action happening on the site, Little, though, yeah, he's in ramp. All he's got to do right now is just wait. Wait for the bomb to be planted and then peek on through. If the bomb's going to get planted for default, that'd be quite good for him, but honestly, I don't think it will. Yeah, they're going to change up the position. And now we have to take a look at Little's POV. Ooh, the timing. Oh, look at the timing, though. Little finally peeks on through, but he's not able to land a single kill. And what could have been a good round for forZe is pretty much over at this point. Kucher's got the time, but I mean, winning this one is pretty much impossible at this point. Climbing up the ladder. Yeah, that's not going to be good enough. RAVE is able to claim the round, but that was close. That was way too close for RAVE's comfort. But the good thing for RAVE is that they are going to be able to win this one, I'd say, relatively easily. Because forZe, equal for the guys. And well, making the scoreline 9-9, making it tied is looking very possible. Oh, okay, face crack. It's gonna be ripping off the head of Killian. I was expecting this round to go rather one-sided. Okay, now it's definitely gonna go in favor of RAVE, but I mean that was a bad start. That wasn't really a bad start there for forZe. Overall, nice try, especially with that one dig from face crack. You're thinking, well, it's happening. It's actually happening, but maybe not this time around. CS teams, you know, they're quite notorious in winning these pistol rounds forced by us and anti-ego. Yeah, they only have the pistols. I mean, it's also, I guess, on the back of that a lot of teams don't really know how to approach rounds like these. And that was scary, you know, even that push there from RAVE, it looked kind of scary because there were still like 4 or so players from the forZe side on that B side. That's of course very scary for the guys. Fast play looks like it. I've noticed quite often that a lot of teams are no longer utilizing the push down ramp. They're actually just going upper, and well, it's really not looking too bad here for RAVE, even though Little is able to kill Cracker. Killian and Swat. I think that's Swat on the side. Yeah, he's only got a max 10, so poor Swat. He's pretty much stuck there. Nade does come through. It's not going to do the most amount of damage, to be honest. I mean, he can actually pass through, but Killian's gonna kill Bastard. That's a headshot with the op. There's a problem. forZe, they don't have the fuse kit. They have to hurry up here. Little, oh no, the timing. Oh, but that works out good for Jerry. I'm not sure how he's able to spot out the player there through the smoke. His head is able to peer on through, but does he have enough time? I think he does. Yes, he does have enough time. It was kind of close, but it does work out there in the end for forZe. But yeah, more and more often, I do get to see a lot of teams utilizing upper, B upper, when they go in for the push instead of lower. You know, lower pretty much is good to throw that easy smoke towards the ramp. You're able to block off vision from connector, and also some easy flashes you can throw out. But more than so often, people have started to take upper, and upper itself is actually not a bad position to be taken from, especially if there's a guy that's holding lower from, say, the green train. He's holding from the train right there. The upper guys can overwhelm him so easily. The one thing that one of the more powerful positions when CTs are holding B and they're watching upper, like if you're a CT holding from connector with the op, not a lot of times T's coming out from upper will check connectors, so that is quite a powerful spot, as well as the coil close by the ladder. That is also a powerful position. Ooh, totem pole jumped. Were those 3 people actually jumping down Pop Dog? Well, 4 because Bodian died, but I wonder how this round is going to turn out. Basto, he does get the dink on Killian. That's about it. Now the T's are just rushing on the side. No, they're going towards A. This is a grave mistake because face crack is here. Well, if face crack would have gotten the second frag, that would have been much more devastating. But now Kucher and Little. What can you do at this point? Kucher might just be able to kill Tiger in that position. But the fact that Little is still somewhere just roaming around the side, it probably means that they're gonna consider saving. And I don't blame them. Like in this scenario, they need every single gun that they can have, because now the scoreline is gonna be relatively equal. Well, it's gonna be 10-10. And the problem is, forZe, they might just have to go for an equal. If they save up both the ops, I think they're gonna go for the investment. I mean, players are gonna be having maybe a couple FAMASas being purchased, but yeah, that's I think a risk worth taking if you're forZe. Investment isn't looking that bad here for forZe, to be completely honest with you. The 2 WPs remain. And M4 is even able to come out bodying, though. He's so quick, man. He's actually already able to make his way into the site, but that's not only him. Cracker is able to have him out. And forZe, they're, I don't know, they're pretty much stuck here. Again, they're in this sort of limbo where probably winning the round is not going to be that easy. Kucher, though, gets the frag on bodying, but the refrag is even quicker. Bass, though, could actually kill Cracker, and now things are looking good here for forZe. They've got the defuse kit as well. Julian, though, the timing, though, doesn't really work out there for Julian. Works out good for Little and Co, but now SWAT, they know where he's at, and they're going to be able to defuse the bomb alongside it. RAVE. I mean, the good thing with RAVE is that with that bomb plant, they still have some money remaining, so I'm pretty sure they're going to go for the investment, but this was a really good opportunity for a team like RAVE to actually reset the economy of forZe. Because on the second half, and because the scoreline is so close, that is the scariest thing for a team, being reset, you know. Because a reset could mean they'd have to double eco, which means that they have to give away 2 or so rounds. That's something you don't want to be in position. It's absolutely scary for a team, whether it be on the T side or the CT side. Maybe even a bit more on the CT side, because the equipment costs a bit more. You know, the defuse kits, the rifles. Face crack, though. This is quite the confident play from him. It's gonna work out so far, even though Julian doesn't even look at him. And you know, I was talking about the ability that RAVE could be reset, but same goes for forZe. To be honest, if they end up losing this round, they could get reset themselves. Like, that is the scariest thing about the second half, and when these games are so close, neither team not having the proper advantage. That's where things do get tricky. Oh, Killian. I think he might have actually spotted out the CD player. I'm pretty sure he might have spotted him out, and now it looks like RAVE is just going to be ready to go for the push. They're already on the side, going to be planting the bomb. No biggie. I still think forZe might try to consider retaking this one, but oh no, they're actually backing away. I was hoping maybe Little, the player we get to see, yes, Kucher, that was in fact. I thought maybe Kucher's gonna try to get the frag, but they're already backing away. This is, I'd say, a smart choice from forZe, because if they're able to save all 4 rifles here, well, one of the guns being SMG, if they're able to save this one, that's the thing. It's pretty much another round for them, but they can go for the investment, right? So they definitely consider saving the rifles here. Face Crack is the one that's gonna need a drop. I'm pretty sure Kucher should be able to drop him something like a FAMAS, so it's not that bad. Or even the M4, to be honest. Like, definitely drop out an M4 if he's not planning on purchasing more utility. M4? Yes, an M4 is going to be dropped, and this buy is arguably even looking a bit better than what we saw forZe buy previously, so props to them, I guess you could say. Now they're going to continue on with the hold. I don't think Face Crack should try to go as aggressive as he did previously. In a way, that's what cost them the round, because they don't have a defender on the B side. RAVE just push on B, and there's not really no one defending it. It would be nice, especially them having a double op setup. You should definitely consider just not having one rifler on the B side, but honestly just have one sniper rifle player on B, or to be exact, someone holding brown holes from upward. This could be quite the important angle to be holding from. And the guy from lower can just work as a bait. You know, that could work as a bait setup as well. The guy from lower can be the one to pounce, because a lot of the T's will be putting pressure on the upper guy. Oh no, Bass actually sees the nades being thrown out, and it pretty much screams, and hey, execute at this point. The Pop Dog players, in fact, there's 4 guys coming out on Pop Dog, interestingly enough. Jerry, though, that's a pretty good spray. The fact that he's not seeing the players and still doing the damage is insane. Little, though, with the op, drops the bomb carrier, and that's a nice flick from Little. Kucher, though, with the op of his own, gets the frag on body, and Kulin pretty much stuck here behind the side. Probably gonna try, yeah, he's tries to win the round from that point, but it's just so difficult. The double up setup coming into play. in a very massive fashion as well. I think RAVE, again, like, you take a look at their money game, and it's not looking too good, but it's still just about enough to go for the investment. We are seeing the AK-47s being purchased. That is nice. forZe right now, they're definitely going to be feeling quite confident, I'd say. Especially in a scenario where they're able to win this run in particular. They could actually reset the economy of RAVE. And like I said, when the second half is coming to a close, that is very scary for either the T side or the CD side. You never, and I mean never, want to be in a position like that. The fact that you're not able to win the round because you don't have money to invest in the proper weapons is so hard to grasp. But it is a thing. It's a thing in Counter-Strike. Well, now it looks like RAVE aren't gonna slow down. They're actually gonna go for the push here. Little's gonna miss the shot. That is pretty much the doom of him. Basto comes through. Looks like he was just on the other side of that smoke, but Bass, what a hero play from him. Jerry as well, gunning down one. Kulin is relatively low in HP, I will say this. But the fact that... Oh, okay. It looked like Kulin was about to back up as well as Swide, but looks like they're gonna try to contest this one. They're gonna contest the A side. 30 seconds on the clock. There's a very little amount of time to actually go back towards B. It's still a possibility, especially if Kulon would say have the bomb and you could actually wrap around through city spawn, but nope, not today. Very little time. SWAT has to, yeah, he's gonna have to plant it. 10 seconds. Pretty sure they know what's going on here. So now, to be completely fair with you, SWAT, I kind of understand his positioning. He has to take the fights here. The sooner, the better. Face crack though. Looks like he's got a bit of an opening here. Kulon might be able to spot out Kucha. Kucha was only with a pistol, expecting a low HP player, but SWAT's gonna win that duel. And now face crack down to the M4. Knows the positioning of both players, which is good enough. But the problem is face crack, very little time to work with here. Pretty much impossible to win the round at this point. Oh, that's a good wallbang. But yeah, it's... Wait, what? He somehow survives there while it's burning for the Molotov. That's actually quite nifty. I think he only survives with 5 points of health or something, but like I said, from that point onward, it's so hard to win. It is so hard for Kucher to win the round. Like, it's pretty much impossible. Yeah, 12 to 12. I keep on talking about, you know, the money game being very important, and it truly is, because forZe right now, look at them, they're just gonna have to eco, pretty much an eco, partial buy if you will, because RAVE have been able to reset their economy. And with that being said, it's probably gonna have to be around here for RAVE. But look at these pistols. They've been able to perform quite well. Face crack again, the first man getting the frag. Kucher though with the deagle. He's digging through, and look at Little. Oh no, that's Wide being caught out with the bomb in his hands. And look at Tiger, he's also pretty much stuck there. Kulon up against 4 players. Even though they only got the pistols, it is so hard for a player like Kulon to win this one. But Jerry's gonna drop, so I guess you could say he has an opening. But the forZe players, they're gonna be able to salvage those AK-47s. And to be honest with you, like Kulon, such a hard round to win for him. Yikes. That did not go accordingly. That's the thing, though. That is the problem. When you're a team and you know you've got the superior weaponry, you're probably going to be feeling confident entering a site. But once you're entering the site, and the way a team like RAVE did it, they rushed out fast. And that is the problem. When you rush out fast on a round like this, more often than not, you're probably not going to be checking all of the angles. Once that is the case, especially on the B side, once you're trying to take the site and you're going through the trains, you're probably going to be able to sneak past through one of the CTs. And if that CT isn't unnoticed, he's able to get quite an easy frag. Pretty much how it worked in this round. And well, RAVE, I mean, horrible scenario for them. Uh, and of course, you know, for forZe, the good thing was for the guys that were playing on the Deagles, they did a pretty good job, as well as RAVE, you know. Pretty much they did as some teams tend to do when they take B bombs to control. They keep on pushing through the trains just to have that extra map control, so to speak. And that's a bit problematic because when you're going for those sort of pushes, we saw Tiger being in between 2 or 3 CTs at one point. I don't know, not the best of rounds. Not the best of rounds there for Raven. Get this. Like, not only do they have to eco here, they might just have to double eco. And that is, of course, a sad thing to note. It's probably going to have to be because they don't even buy up anything. They're only on the Glocks. Glocks coming in. This round is pretty much over from the get-go. Tiger. Okay, Bodian's able to get damage. Isn't that bad? So the round was a bit expensive, even for Glocks. So RAVE, I think... Yeah, that's the thing. Look at their money. It's still not enough to make the investment, and they do decide to go take a timeout. I do respect that. I do respect that indeed. Because they have to make the choice here. There's only 2 options. Either you go for the save here, partial buy, most likely, because all of your players have got around 3,000, 4,000 bucks. So you go for the partial buy and still save up money for the upcoming round, right? But then the scoreline is going to be 15-12. Or you can go for the straight up force buy. If you end up winning the force buy, worst case scenario for you, you still got 1 more round to play. You know. Force buy? Yeah, it's gonna be the force buy. Well, not necessarily 1 more round to play. It's just that the round difference between you and forZe is gonna be that 1 round, which is obviously nice if you're able to win it. But if not, things gonna get tricky. Things gonna get very difficult for RAVE, so a lot of this is running on this very round. One of the players is lining up the smoke. Little though, you could actually get a frag here. Spots out 1 and already should back away. I do like the setup. This is a very good setup. Bass is able to get a frag. This is something we didn't get to see from RAVE on their CD side. We saw one of the players actually pushing down Ivy with the op. But he was alone. No backup, no nothing. But look at the setup from Bass and Little. It was so simple. You had Little be the first man to get the frag, and you had Bass playing in an anti-flash position. The best thing for Bass in that scenario, there wasn't even a flash for him. All he's got to do is just peek in, gets 2, and even free in the round. 15-12. Very good stuff there from forZe. Well, another pause being called out, obviously so. $12 to $15. They're going to be having, obviously, a lesser buy than the round previously. But they still got something to work with here. I do like the fact that they decided to take the timeout, because even in these sort of scenarios, sometimes teams going to be so tilted after losing a round like that in such fashion, is that they're like, oh, let's just end this one. But no, RAVE, let's give them some respect here, right? They're taking the timeout. They're discussing what is our approach at a round like this. What can we do to actually win out a round? What has been working for us? And the one thing that has been working out is those sort of B plays we haven't seen. A, not so much, but the way they've been hitting the B sides from upper in particular, those have been working out very solidly. I guess the one problem is that rushing down upper with something like UMPs and pistols, not the easiest of tasks though, I will admit. So they're probably going to try to take those close quarters engagements. So maybe B ram could be the answer, but even so, it's not as easy. I do like the way they're using Kucher, or the sniper rifle player in particular. They haven't really done this setup, and that is good, you know. When you have to win the crucial rounds in Counter-Strike, trying to put your players in sort of off angles is perfect right now. Face crack is obliterating the team, and well, that is gonna be it. Like, Face Crack didn't even have to push at that point, to be honest. Like, his position was perfect. You had a guy pushing down main as well. That was so good for forZe, but in the end, they actually obliterate the team completely, not losing a single player. That is some nice stuff, and that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. This one's been a bit more interesting than I'd say the previous 2 games, but yeah, that's about it. The name has been SirDanny. If you want to check me out on Twitter, that'd be at SirDanny with 4 Y's and 2 N's, as you could see in the stream title. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope to see you all next time.